Hello viewers, I welcome you to another edition on this channel. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing us how to use size 38 female last to make size 39, 40, 41 and 42. The reasons for this video is because this particular plastic last is very costly, and you're going to be using this process that I'm going to display in this video to when you are able to buy a complete set of plastic last. So firstly, I'm going to be showing you how to place these on the various sizes of insoles. This is size 38 female last, and then I'm going to show you now how to use it on the various insoles, because you have to place it correctly so that you'll be able to get the desired result. So firstly, I'm going to start with this. I'm going to use this to give an example of an insole. Let's say this is my insole now, and this is size 38. This size 38. If you watch closely now, if I place it, you see the last is size 38. So when you are making size 38 footwear, you see you place it this way. Then if it is size 39, the difference is not that much. You see, this is 39. You see, there's no much difference. So you can actually use it to make size 39 also, where you are going to apply some mathematical calculation is when it comes to size 40, 41 and 42. So now this is size 40. Whenever you are placing it, you find out that from size 40, you find out that you are going to have some gap behind the last. So you're not going to be considering this allowance here, the excess here. So where you should mind while placing the last on your insole is the tip of the insole here. So you place it very well and nail. Make sure the back is at the center. Forget about the excesses at the back. When you nail it, you last your pattern. Same thing goes to size 4:1. This is size 4:1. You see, I have excess again at the back, but you don't have to bother about that. Make sure that the last is placed very well at the tip of the insole. And also you have to always remember before making your lasting, you have to measure your 3-inch from the back. That's where the back stripe has to end if you're making sandals or any pattern that has to have a stripe at the instep point. That is on that. Now, another thing that we are going to discuss, which is very, very important, is how to make up the cones. You know, the cone for size 38 and 39 is virtually the same thing. You understand? There's no difference. So except for foots that are outside normal dimension. Then 40, 41 and 42, their cones are almost the same range. So that's why it is going to be easier for us to use this last to make average sizes, average foots. That is foots that are normal, not the ones that have some abnormal dimensions, but normal sizes. We can use this one last to make them. So now, how do we make up the cone? If you're making size 38, actually anything that has to go like this on the instep point, here, and then a stripe here also. You don't need anything. Use the last like this for size 38 and 39. Then, if you want to use it to make size for size 38 again and 39, if you're making anything like this, anything that has to be placed on the bump point, that is any slide at all like this, here has a measurement when you're making a slide. You understand? For size 38 and 39, the slide, the measurement, the normal dimension should be around 5 inch. You understand? But 6 inch. But if you measure this particular one now, this size 38, you find out it's 5 inch. 5 inch means that it is normal, but you need to give allowance. Even tell us when they are showing clothes, they give little allowance for fitting, you understand, so that it won't be too tight. So for that reason, you need to place an object here to make it up to that 6 inch. Understand? The bump that is the widest part of this lap should be 6 inch. That is for 3, 38, and 39 size. When you are making a slide, mark my words, when you are making a slide, then we need to place an object here. Sometimes I use this bio here now. I place it here this way. I make sure that it is at this gap, this toe gap here, and then I'll use this masking tape to hold it, and then I will last that pattern. Any size 39 and 38 that wears that footwear, it will give normal fitting. That is on that. That is the only pattern that you need this for size 38 and 39. Then if you're making size 40, 41, and 42, the cone of size 40, 41, and 42 is about 8 inch. And if I measure this now, you have to know how to measure this. You place your tape here, hold it with your hand, and then turn it to the other side. You see I'm having about 7.2 inch. So it is not up to. This is the cone for size 38 and 39. So how do we make it up? I have to look for an object that will give me that 8 inch. Understand? So I also need this Bible again. Place it here. Now let's measure and see. You may use any other object, but I prefer using this. This is the simplest way I do mine. So let's measure and see if we have 8 inch already. So you see, if you can see closely, you see that we have 8 inch. So now with this, now I can last sandals. Understand? I can last sandals, and I can last any pattern that has to come around this instep point. Then if you're making something like flip-flop or a pattern that the toe has to have a stripe, all you have to do is to pull this object, whatsoever object you're going to be using, you pull it up a little bit and then give that gap so that it won't stop the stripe from taking its position. So now that is on that. Then finally, if you're making a slide pattern, the slide pattern means anything that has to be within the bump point. You understand? Any pattern that has to be within the bump point, that is within this largest part of the lap. So if you're making size 40, 41 to 40, size 40, 41, 42, you need this, because size 40, 41, 42, the bump, that is, the bump should be around 6.5 inch. So remember, we measured just 5 on the last. So for us to make it up to, for you to get up to that 6.5 inch, you need an object also. So I decided to be using this one. So you have to also get the object and then measure to see if you have something like that. So I'm having 6.5 inch now. So since I have gotten that, I'm using this object to last every slide pattern for size 40, 41, and 42 female footwear. So with these simple procedures, you can be able to use this size 38 last to make size 39, 40, 41, and 42 for female footwear. So it is very, very diplomatic. You have to be calculative enough. The reason for this video is for those people who cannot afford to buy a plastic lap. So you can simply buy a single plastic lap and then use it till when you're buoyant enough to buy the set. You know, most of the wooden laps in the market, their dimensions are not accurate. So a lot of people have issues using those wooden laps. So thank you. If you have any question, make sure you drop it down the video, that is in the comment box below the video. Remember what I said, for the cone of size 38 and 39, you're going to have about 7.5 inch. That is the cone is here. Then for size 40, 41, and 42, you're going to be having 8 inch. That is the cone also. Then for the vamp, the widest part, if you're making a slide, for size 38 and 39, it should be 6 inch. Then if it is size 40, 41 to 42, you're going to be expecting to make it up to 6.5 inch. So thank you for watching this video. It is not compulsory that you're going to implement this, but for those who really need it, you can try it. I have been using it for years, and then it was helpful to me till I was able to buy enough plastic laps. So thank you, and subscribe to this channel if you have not, and then hit the bell icon to get updates, because we have another interesting video coming up after this one. So thank you, and see you in our next video. Have a nice day.